Hello, I'm Briuana and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I've really been wanting to do YouTube for a minute now, but I've been putting it off for a long time because I don't know, I just tell myself I don't have time to do it. I don't feel like recording nothing. What do I even want to say? Do I even want to be in front of the camera today? But today I'm gonna do it. Okay. So first I thought it would make more sense to have like a sort of introduction video so you can kind of get to know who I am and to see probably why you even want to watch anything that I post. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I have like this little random question generator thing here. Yeah, I really can't see that. So I'm gonna ask myself some random questions and I'm gonna answer them for y'all so y'all can kind of get to know who I am. Alright, but a little bit before that, I'm Briuana, like I said. I am 24 years old. I am an educator in Arkansas. What else about me? I write books. I'm currently working on my third and fourth book, and they're pretty close to being done, but COVID happened, and my mind hasn't been where it probably would have been if it wasn't due to COVID, but they're close to being done, and I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far on them. I'm studying fiction writing and publishing through Emerson College. It's an online program, which is very convenient for my schedule. What else? I have my bachelor's degree from Harvard University. I study psychology, and I also got a minor in African American studies. And I'm a Christian. Yeah, this stuff is kind of hard. I'm never really good at talking about myself. But anyway, so let's jump right into the questions. All right, the first question says, what do you spend the most time thinking about? And if you know me, some of y'all probably do, some of y'all probably don't. The thing that I spend the most time thinking about is Taco Bell. Like, I am obsessed with Taco Bell. I can eat Taco Bell any time of the day. Literally, I never get tired of it. And I always get the same thing when I go there, unless I'm feeling a little bit adventurous. But usually, I always get 2 chalupas, chicken, nacho cheese, no sour cream, no tomatoes. That's my go-to. And the drink, it alternates. Sometimes I get a sweet tea, sometimes I get a Mountain Dew. Never really finish either one of them, but that's what I usually get. All right, next question. What do you think you are much better? Hold on. What do you think you are much better at than you actually are? Oh, I think I'm much better at managing my time than I really am because I look at my time and I realize like how much time I actually waste, and then I wonder how I ever get anything done given the amount of time I waste on like Instagram, Facebook. So I think I manage my time a little bit worse than I actually think I do. Did I say that right? All right, next question. What do you wish you had more time for? This is simple. I wish I had more time to sleep, and I wish I had more time to write. And I probably would have a lot more time to write if I actually didn't spend so much time on social media, but I just can't give it up. So here we are. All right, next question. If you wanted to slowly drive a roommate insane using only notes, what kind of notes would you leave around the house? I don't know. All right, I'm gonna skip this one. All right, the last question. I accidentally skipped this. I can't remember it word. It was like, if you could make a one rule that everyone in the world had to follow, what would the rule be? And that's because I just saw this one on Facebook. I think yesterday or day before. It was like, don't text me if. Hold on, no, don't call me if it's something that can be texted. That's a rule I would make for everyone because I hate when my phone rings or makes any kind of noise. And calls, like I don't like people calling me. Like I'm very social sometimes, but most times I just want to be left alone. And I don't know, I I haven't always hated phone calls, but now I really don't like them. So if it's something that could be texted, don't call me. Just text me. All right. Mm, what do you really wish you knew when you were younger? Dang, this is deep. I think one thing I wish I could have known when I was younger is that I don't know it all. And as I've gotten older, I realize that I don't have it figured all out. And in any day or any minute, like things can change. And I think you just got to be willing to roll with the punches. And that's something I'm trying to get better at, being more flexible and just being comfortable, not knowing like what's going to happen tomorrow or a year from now. And I think I've done pretty well with it as of recently, but that some younger Briuana would have really, really liked to know. All right, next question. The last question said, I accidentally skipped it again. It says, if your life was a meal, what kind of meal would it be? And since I've already talked about Taco Bell, I'm talking about my second kind of favorite food. I love Italian food, any kind of pasta or anything really cheesy. I think that's how my life would be because I'm a very cheesy person sometimes. So, you get it? Cheesy? What do you hope to grow out of? Um, I don't know if this is really growing out of something, but I'm really like not a morning person. I hate waking up in the morning, and if I don't have to wake up in the morning, like, I'm asleep as long as I can. Like even if I go to sleep at like 10 p.m. and I look up and wake up, it's around 10 a.m. and I've slept like 12 hours. I'm gonna still get some more sleep because I feel like if it's the morning time, I don't like to be awake because I don't know. I'm just not a morning person. I love all things evening, a night owl at heart. And when I have to wake up early in the morning to go to work, I really gotta give myself a pep talk every morning to get up because I just don't be feeling like it. But hopefully I grow out of it one day. I haven't grown out of it yet. So I don't know if I'm gonna give up all hope on that dream, but I guess we'll see. Mm, what's the coldest you've ever been? I feel like there are so many times where I was just cold when I was living in Boston going to Harvard because man, them winters are brutal. Brutal. And being a Southern girl from Arkansas, lived here my whole life before going to college, I was not ready. I wasn't ready. My mom made sure I had all the gear, but once you face that cold, you realize that nothing could have prepared you for that type of cold that you're going to experience there. And I'm trying to think of a specific time where I was just really cold. It probably had to have been something cheer related because I cheered when I was at Harvard, and rain, sleet, snow, we gonna be out there cheering. So I'm pretty sure it might have been one of them rainy games where it was just cold, everybody was ready to go home. So I'm pretty sure it's probably one of those. What do you do to get rid of stress? Okay, this varies depending on the day. One, I get Taco Bell. Two, I take a nap. I'm always be down for a nap, and naps always make me feel better. Three, hang out with family, friends. It depends. Like when I'm feeling stressed, I feel like it's because I'm in my head a lot, which I am. And when I'm around other people, that's one of the ways that I just kind of get out of my head because being around other people, you're just forced to think outside of yourself, and I find that that's always useful. And also, I write to get rid of stress. That's why I love being a writer because no matter what I'm going through, I can always pick up my laptop and type out something and just forget about what I'm going through for a few minutes or a few hours or a few days. And that's why I love being a writer. What pets did you have while growing up? I didn't have no pets. My parents, they don't like animals. I don't like animals. My sister, she loves animals, which I really don't know where she got that from. And I'm also, fun fact about me, I'm terrified of turtles and I'm terrified of frogs. So please, if you got any of those, stay away from me because I'm probably going to cry. All right, next question. When are you the most you that you can be? In other words, when do you feel most like yourself? I feel most like myself when I'm writing because I don't know. I always have a lot of stuff in my head, and when I'm writing, I just kind of get out what's in my head. And once I'm done writing, I feel like I'm able to see like the things that I value, the things that I want to focus on, the things that I may have been through in the past that kind of influenced me even to this day that I probably wouldn't realize if I didn't get that out of my head. I hope that makes sense. Makes sense. Comment down below if that makes sense. All right, next question. What's the worst trait a person can have? I think inconsistency. Nothing annoys me more than that. And that's not even just like dating wise, it's like friendships, family, like all that. Like I hate people who are inconsistent. And that can go from like just as far as their personality, they're one way this day and another way the next day. Or if they do something one way one day and the next day they just do it totally different. Like stuff like that just really annoys me. And I'm not gonna say I hate anybody, but people who do stuff like that usually don't get along well with me because I really don't like inconsistency. All right, next question. Are there limits to human creativity? Nope. What is the most embarrassing piece of clothing you own? I don't know, but given that my Cowboys lost yesterday, I'm gonna pretty much say any Cowboys gear that I own right now is the most embarrassing thing that I own. Next question. All right. How often do you play sports? Not often at all now because I'm old and raggedy. My bones hurt pretty often. I'm always tired. But I am fortunate enough to be getting involved in cheer again on the coaching side. And that's been pretty fun so far. What do you hope to achieve in your professional life? My long-term goal is to become a full-time writer. Right now, writing is not giving me enough money to be able to afford basic living expenses right now. But one day, I hope that I can make a living off of my writing and just be able to write like all day long. And all right, what kind of things do you like to cook, and are you good at cooking? I can cook basic stuff. My mom, she loves to cook, and I wish I had that type of passion for cooking, but I don't. I really don't like to cook anything because I don't like cooking. It takes too long. I'm not patient. I like to eat though. So yeah, but if I had to really just answer this question, I had to cook basic stuff like pasta, some tacos, something that can go in the oven where I don't really have to just tend to it. I can just pull it out in like an hour and then be done. That's the type of stuff I like to cook. What have you recently become obsessed with? You know, like, I don't know if this really counts, but I've really just become in love with reading all over again. I feel like as I got older, like I really didn't read as much as I used to as a kid, and now I don't know if it's just because of COVID and I just had a lot more free time. I just picked up reading again, and now I'm obsessed with reading, and that really helps me by writing because you never know like what kind of book or whatever can just inspire an idea, and that's something I'm just really enjoying right now. And the book that I am currently reading is Grown. I absolutely love the cover. This book is called Grown. It's by Tiffany Jackson, and I'm like 3/4 of the way done. This book is incredible. Like, yeah, you just gotta read it. Like, there's some stuff in here that will just literally make your jaw drop. So, read this book, check it out, love it. Okay, next question. What's the worst advice someone has given you? You know, I never really thought about this question. But let me start off by saying, one thing that really annoys me is when people give me advice that I don't ask for. And I don't mean this in like a snobby way, but I just feel like you got to be careful who you take advice from because not everyone has your best intentions at heart. And people have spoken things over my life that I'm not going to claim at all because I don't know where it came from, and that's why I don't take advice from everybody, because some people can be intentionally trying to lead you astray. And yeah, I just don't like unsolicited advice. But I do have a few people that I go to for advice on a regular, and those people that I know I can trust. And you gotta know to trust and know who you can take advice from, because you really cannot take advice from everybody. All right, and as far as the worst piece of advice someone has given me, go where the money is. I don't know if that's the worst piece of advice someone has ever given me, but that's the first thing that comes to my mind. And that's talking about like jobs and stuff. Because I think like money's important because you need it to survive, but I don't necessarily agree with the phrase like go for the job that's gonna pay you the most money. Like money isn't what's gonna ultimately bring you the most happiness. You're gonna need a job that you're actually passionate about, because otherwise you're gonna be miserable if you're not completely passionate about it, and you're gonna always be wishing you're doing something else. And I'd rather be happy than be the richest person ever, because at the end of the day, like my mind is something that I value, and I know if I'm not in the right headspace, nothing around me is going to be enjoyable for me. So I think that's one of the worst pieces of advice I've ever been given. So people say that, take that with a grain of salt. Do what you're passionate about, regardless of how much it pays you. But definitely consider the money too, because you're going to need it. All right. What odd talent do you have? Two come to mind, but I don't know how good I really am with these two. One, I'm pretty good at picking things up with my feet. I would demonstrate it, but I have ugly toes, and I don't want y'all to see me. Well, I don't want you to see my toes and judge me. No. Second odd talent. This time I really noticed in college. Like I have like this really weird way of like timing things. So like before I'll go back to college. Okay, sometimes in between classes I would take naps, and one of my friends, she would joke and be like, "What time are you setting your alarm for? 1:23?" Because I would know like exactly how long it's gonna take me to get out of bed and how long it's gonna take me to walk there, get up the elevator, and be in my seat at a decent time. So yeah, I have this weird knack of timing things. Like as far as like getting to places, not like in cars or anything, because my driving sucks and I don't really ever know what's gonna happen. So if I have to walk or something, or if everything is predictable, I'm pretty good at timing things. But that's not even really a talent, but that's the only thing that came to my head. All right, next question. If you could instantly receive a PhD in any discipline, including all the knowledge and experience that goes along with it, what would your PhD be in? I don't really know if this counts, but like I always say, if I could like have any other like job or be in another field, I want to go into dermatology, because I have a lot of skin issues. I don't know if I can see it because I got a little foundation on, but like I got like a lot of little spots on my forehead, and I always wonder like what the heck is that? And it's like whenever I go to a dermatologist, they'll give me something that works for a little bit, and then it comes back up. And I wish I could just figure out like the root cause of like every skin issue that I have, so I can just solve it myself. And I just also just think just skin is interesting. Period. So do you need a PhD to be a dermatologist? I'm pretty sure you do. I think you do, but that's my answer. Sticking to it. All right, next question. What did you like slash dislike about where you grew up? One thing I loved about growing up in the town that I grew up in, um, I love being close to all my family, because most of my family is here, and it's like I was never short on friends because I always had somebody's house I can go over, and that's something that I value a lot. And that's one of the things I also miss the most when I was away at college. And that's also, like I keep saying also, but that's one thing I really just value about being back working in my hometown, just being close to all the people that I love, because nothing beats it. And you just never know like what the next day is going to bring. One day a person can be here and the next they're gone. So you got to cherish all the time you can give with your family members and friends. And one thing I dislike about where I grew up from, I dislike that there's not a lot of options when it comes to like food and just doing things, because like I said, or did I even say it? I live in a really small town and there's not a lot here. And it really, I don't think it bothered me as much growing up, but now that I've lived in Boston and I lived in Tallahassee, I realized that there's a lot of other things out there in the world, and coming back here and living is just making me realize like there's just not a lot here, and it kind of sucks now because I'm an adult and I can do more things, and just not having an option kind of sucks sometimes, but it's okay. Probably just gonna do a few more. Where's the most relaxing place you've ever been? Um, Honestly, anywhere where there's water, a beach, whether it's a beach, a park, something like that. I'm just really calm when I'm around water. Nothing calms me more, I don't think, aside from like praying. I think this is gonna be the last question because I think this just kind of sums up who I am. What brings you the most joy in life? Doing the things that I love and being around people that I love. That, like, you can't beat that. You just can't. And people I love, family, friends, like, I'm so grateful for all of them. And the things I love, writing, reading books, watching movies, traveling when I can, like, those are the things that bring me joy. I think that was kind of a cheap answer, but it's okay. It's my questions. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and y'all can look forward to more videos. I'm trying to see what I'm gonna do with this channel. I don't really know because I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have like some videos about writing. I'll probably be talking about college too because I'm sure some people have some questions about that. I might include some study tips because I am a grad student and I've been doing school for a minute now. So I'm sure I got some advice that might be useful for people. And if y'all want or have any requests about anything you would like to see on this channel, please feel free to comment down below. And also follow me on my social media pages. I have Instagram, I have Twitter, I got Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat. I'm gonna try to link all these things. I don't know. I'm really just figuring all this stuff out. So please bear with me. And I hope y'all have a good week, and make sure you turn on those post notifications so you can know when I post a new video. And like this video or dislike it. It all helps. And share with your friends. And I'll see y'all next time.